Welcome to a short introduction to biometric payment systems, or abbreviated B.P.S.
Our world is constantly changing. Fast, aimless, impersonal. And while the world is changing, new ideas, new innovations, and new business models are brought to the people. And on that way, the people and their needs get lost. Wherever you are, whatever you do, you are unique. Biometric payment systems. The future of money has already begun.
First, let's take a look at how the payment methods and means of payment we use today came about. At the beginning of trade, people exchanged goods directly with each other. Later, coins were invented. These were first made from stone, sometimes from shells, and only later, similar to what we know today, from metal, silver, or gold. The first banknotes were created in the 7th century AD. This was a practical thing, easier and cheaper to produce, and if a state ran out of reserves, it could print as much money as it wanted. The first checks appeared in Europe around 1865. Credit cards did not follow until 1950. The first credit card was the Diners Club card. Its origins are quite interesting. The New York businessman Frank McNamara had left his wallet in the office when he was having lunch with his employees. He took a business card and wrote a kind of promissory bill on the back, the amount, signed it, and gave the signed business card to the waiter with the words,
"Please send me a bill."
Credit cards were born. Diners Club, the card for eating out on account. People laughed at this innovation at first.
Who's going to wait for the money until the end of the month? Only cash is king,
Scoffed the critics. But credit card payments became more and more popular and have become the standard to this day. According to current estimates, almost $1.6 billion will be transacted via credit card payments every day in 2024. Finally, online banking was introduced in 1980 and mobile payments in 1997, which experienced a further strong growth spurt from 2007 with the first iPhone. Today, in 2024, digital currencies such as Bitcoin and many others are on the rise and are already accepted as official means of payment in many places. Many governments have already made the final preparations to introduce their own new digital currencies. The future undoubtedly belongs to digital currencies. The revolutionary blockchain technology is on everyone's lips, and more companies and people are benefiting from this new technology, sometimes without even realizing it. According to serious estimates, more than 50 million people worldwide are already using blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies. Every day, 400,000 Bitcoin transactions are already carried out worldwide. Statisticians predict that by 2030, around 1 billion people will no longer be able to avoid using blockchain applications. Some of these will be applications such as Bitcoin, but not exclusively. Blockchain technology can do much more. B.P.S, Biometric Payment Systems, has also positioned itself here and is based on this pioneering technology. Here, you can see a small selection of global companies from a wide range of industries and also states and governments that are already using blockchain for their own purposes. For example, the largest banks such as HSBC or Barclays, and of course, Visa, big supply chain players like Walmart or Deutsche Bahn. In healthcare, insurance giants like MetLife, energy companies like Shell, and even governments like Dubai or Zug in Switzerland. There, it is already possible to pay for an entire property or to pay your taxes with Bitcoin. The next billion-dollar market is biometrics, which we know from facial recognition and fingerprints. Not even twins share the same fingerprint, and two identical fingerprints have never been found. Fingerprints are timeless. A fingerprint is formed in the womb and remains unchanged even after death. Biometric identification using fingerprints is very fast and secure and features double protection by an additional PIN code. doubts or errors are completely ruled out. You always have your fingerprint with you and cannot forget it at home like your credit cards or cash, for example. Your fingerprint is unique, just like you. It cannot be forgotten, stolen, or fraudulently misused. So let's summarize. With digital payment, blockchain technology, cryptocurrencies, and biometrics, we have addressed 4 innovative multi-billion-dollar markets. Digital payment methods are steadily on the rise, with a transaction volume of more than $100 billion already reported for 2023, with a growth forecast of $500 billion by 2032. Blockchain technology is taking the market by storm. More and more companies and their customers are using the new technology. Cryptocurrencies are the new digital money, and biometrics are fast, noble, and secure. At B.P.S, we unite all 4 technologies and growth markets as an innovative, powerful combination. That is B.P.S, Biometric Payment Systems. Our first product is the B.P.S Smart Wallet. Here, crypto and fiat currencies can be stored decentrally. This means that only you have access to your assets. Our B.P.S Gold token, B.P.S GT, which is expected to be soon available, can also be received, stored, and sent here. Ticketing service. At concerts or ski lifts, for example, your iris is scanned at the ticket office in a matter of seconds. The camera then recognizes you at the lift, and the barrier opens. Or the ticket inspector at the entrance to the concert hall briefly scans your eye, and you are granted immediate access. Geofencing. Imagine you drive into a parking garage. You receive a push message on your cell phone saying, "Parking space 5, level 7 is reserved for you." You confirm with your fingerprint, and the payment is processed automatically. Now you know what biometric payment systems is all about and where it is heading. There are 4 ways for you to benefit with B.P.S. You register as an end customer. Registration was, is, and will remain free of charge. This allows you to use B.P.S products and services in the future. The second option is to recommend B.P.S to others. Whenever a person who has been won as a customer through your recommendation sends, pays, or receives money in their B.P.S Smart Wallet, you will receive cash in real time as a thank you for their recommendation. Unlike other loyalty programs, we do not work with abstract things like loyalty points, crosses, or butterflies, but in cash credits, every time and for a lifetime. Remember, each person can only be registered once. So, will you recommend B.P.S to your neighbor today? Or will he recommend it to you in a while? To explain this further, a transaction with B.P.S costs the payee only 1% per transaction. This makes B.P.S much cheaper than credit card providers and many common money sending services. 40% of this 1% transaction fee is now paid out directly as bounties as a thank you to our customers for their recommendation. 10% each for the direct and indirect referrer of the person or company sending and receiving the money. This means that 40% of the transaction fee has been distributed directly to our users. Now we come to your third possibility with B.P.S. Secure a share in B.P.S and reserve Biometric Payment System Token, BPST. Not everyone has the same number of contacts, and not everyone can or wants to recommend B.P.S successfully. With B.P.S tokens, you too can benefit passively from the company's success and growth. The remaining 60% of the transaction fee of 1% flows directly into the B.P.S Global Treasury. The B.P.S Global Treasury is divided into 150 million B.P.S tokens. This is, for the experts, a hard cap. Just as there will ultimately be exactly 21 million coins in Bitcoin, the number of B.P.S tokens is also fixed with a hard cap. Unlike our cash, which is constantly losing value, B.P.S token cannot be reprinted or multiplied at will. Of these 150 million BPST, 50 million are reserved for development, marketing, and the operation of the company. With growing success of B.P.S, the number of our customers also will increase, and with it, the operational expenditure, which means that the need for additional employees increases. However, the global treasury always gets filled with 60% of all transaction fees. Just think of the unimaginable daily turnover generated by the credit cards alone. The remaining 100 million BPST will be introduced to the market in 4 stages as part of a marketing campaign. We have just started. Your advantage is to hear about B.P.S and the opportunities it offers you at a very early stage. In the pre-sale phase, a reservation initially costs €1 per BPST. As soon as this pre-sale phase is completed, the next 25 million B.P.S tokens will be offered for a reservation fee of €2 per BPST. In the following phase, the reservation fee for 1 B.P.S token will be €3. And in the final phase, the last 25 million B.P.S tokens will go on the market for a reservation fee of €5. As you see, you have the unique opportunity to be part of this very early and at low cost. Imagine if you had taken the chance to be part of Apple or Visa from the very beginning 30 years ago. Today, your friends and acquaintances would call you lucky, right? But it's not about luck, it's about conscious decisions. Henry Ford once said,
"Every person gets 3 real chances in life."
Have you ever thought about what if? If you had bought bitcoins for €1 10 years ago? Now, you have the opportunity to secure your share of the future. What you are receiving today is an information advantage. As you can see, the B.P.S tokens will steadily increase in price over the course of the individual phases, and when the 100 million B.P.S tokens are on the market, they will be listed on the largest crypto exchanges and can then be traded exclusively there. Then supply will meet demand, and who will sell their B.P.S tokens for only 5, 6, or 10 euros when you know that with every transaction, the B.P.S global treasury will be filled even more, and thus every single B.P.S token will increase in value? If you have recognized the vision and potential of B.P.S, there is now a limited time opportunity for you to join the B.P.S community network. Recommend B.P.S to your friends and receive a reward every time someone from your team reserves B.P.S tokens for themselves. This opportunity is limited in time, so time is money. Once the 100 million B.P.S tokens have been allocated, there is no way to obtain or recommend B.P.S tokens outside of the crypto exchanges. If you become active and one of your partners makes a B.P.S token reservation, you as a direct referrer will receive 30% of the B.P.S token reservation of your direct partner credited to your B.P.S account in real time. You can withdraw this reward at any time by bank transfer or in various cryptocurrencies and USDT. If your direct partners do the same and recommend B.P.S to others, you as the indirect referrer will now receive 10% of your indirect partner's B.P.S token reservation, even though you may never have spoken to them or may not even know them personally. With a little effort, an interesting income can be generated from the recommendations. Every person in the world can be reached via 6 contacts. So you see, it's like Facebook, but with money. You have access to a huge network through your contacts. Pass on the information you have received today to these people, and we will thank you for your recommendation with numerous rewards. In the 3rd level, for B.P.S token reservations of your indirect partners' partners, you will receive another 5% as a reward. So, you see, it pays off, and it is rewarded to build a team in the B.P.S community network, to work together and to promote and support each other. Do you recognize the opportunity? Then you have virtually unlimited career opportunities at B.P.S. Neither does it matter what you've done before, your previous education, or your age, nor where you come from. What matters is only where you are going. Your performance counts. Depending on how many B.P.S tokens you have, you will climb the career ladder. Starting at career level 5, you are in the leaders team, so it's not far until you reach the top of your career at B.P.S. From career level 7, you are part of our president's team. 2% of all weekly B.P.S. token reservations will flow into the Global Leaders Pool. 3% of all weekly B.P.S. token reservations will go into the Global President's Pool. If you have fulfilled the requirements, you will automatically receive your share of the Global Leaders and Global President's Pool credited to your B.P.S. Community Network account every Sunday at midnight. Every journey begins with the first step. After you have successfully registered, you can reserve B.P.S. tokens in the internal area of our store from as little as €100 and pay conveniently by bank transfer, credit card, or the most common cryptocurrencies. If you have at least 1,000 B.P.S. tokens in your member account, you have reached the basic career level. This qualifies you to receive a 30% reward for every B.P.S. token reservation made by your direct partners. 2,000 B.P.S. tokens or more qualify you for the Premium Partner Career level. Here, you will not only have a greater share of the sales generated by B.P.S. worldwide in the future, but you will also be eligible to receive a 10% reward from your second-level indirect partners in addition to the 30% direct rewards. With 3,000 B.P.S. tokens, put you in the Career Level Manager. Congratulations! You have now qualified for all three levels. 30% reward for B.P.S. token reservations from your direct partners, 10% reward for B.P.S. token reservations from your indirect partners, and 5% reward for B.P.S. token reservations from your indirect partners. This means that nothing can be lost, and you can sustainably support your partners and build your business with B.P.S. in the long term. We recommend every new partner who wants to actively participate in the international development of B.P.S. in our community network to start with a B.P.S. token reservation of at least 3,000 B.P.S.T. Since no one can predict what his partners will do in the downline, secure your profits from all three levels once positioned. Let's summarize again. You can use B.P.S. and its services in the future by simply registering free of charge. There is no obligation for you to recommend B.P.S. and its products and services to others. However, whenever you decide to do so, you will benefit from 10% of the transaction fee of all your direct and indirect partners every time they carry out or receive a transaction for a lifetime. This can quickly generate an interesting side income for you. If you have understood the vision of B.P.S. and want to benefit not only from the partners and customers you have recruited, you now have the opportunity to acquire B.P.S. tokens for yourself starting at €100 and profit from the worldwide growth of B.P.S. with every transaction. If you introduce B.P.S. to other people and they share your enthusiasm about it, you can receive rewards on three levels: 30% for B.P.S. token reservations of direct partners, 10% for B.P.S. token reservations of indirect partners, and 5% for B.P.S. token reservations of your indirect partners. Please note, this opportunity is limited in time. As soon as all 100 million B.P.S. token reservations have been allocated, they can only be traded on the exchanges, that is, official crypto exchanges. www.bps.money provides you with all necessary information, our official white paper, as well as numerous videos for your information. Please register now using the link sent to you by your referrer. Take your chance now to become part of the B.P.S. Community Network. Otherwise, if you want to pay for your coffee in a cafe in 3 years' time and the waiter asks you,
"Do you want to pay by cash, card, or fingerprint?"
it will be a bad day for you because you will realize that 3 years ago, you have missed the opportunity to earn a lot of money with the innovation of B.P.S. as a partner in the community network.
You can change the world because the world is in your hand, more likely in your fingerprint. Your fingerprint is unique, and so are you, and only you can shape your future, and we will help you. Biometric payment systems. The future of money has already begun.
Thank you for your valued time and interest in B.P.S. The future of money has already begun.